all.
I'm a champion. Where you at?
The only champion in the DMV at 130.
Only champion.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. isn't afraid to voice his opinions. And this time, he has some important advice for Lamont Roach Jr. Mayweather is making it apparent that Roach should reconsider entering the ring with Davis, especially because Roach is scheduled to face Tank Davis on March 1st of next year. Music, the Bob Barclay Center in Brooklyn, New York, is the venue for the event. The stakes are extremely high, and the stage is enormous. One of the most dangerous fighters in the sport today, Tanks has left a path of damaged opponents in his wake thanks to his combination of speed, power, and ring IQ.
I'm gonna beat his ass if y'all talking. I'm ready. Y'all better be quiet. Quiet, all that. Like, twist it up.
As a boxing promoter and competitor, Mayweather has witnessed it all. He has unparalleled experience and has played a significant role in Davis's ascent. His words have a lot of weight because he has personal experience training and planning for the greatest fights. At lightweight, Gervonta is a distinct animal. Don't get me wrong, Lamont has skill, but this is another level. Mayweather recently stated that Lamont is a solid fighter. You're not just going into the ring with any lightweight, you're going there to tank, feed his ego. What are you providing him? This is an easy win.
What they mean?
Love limit. I don't like Floyd, motherfucker.
No, you don't.
Although it's uncommon to hear Mayweather talk so bluntly about a fighter's prospects, particularly one who isn't in his stable, his worries are grounded in reality. Roach, the current WBA super featherweight champion, is putting on 130 pounds for this match and has shown himself to be a talented and technical boxer. But it's difficult to step up to 135 pounds to fight Davis. For Roach, this fight is about making a statement. He has been discussing his confidence in taking on Davis and pointing out what he believes to be shortcomings in Tank style. And the punches are hitting harder and the pace is relentless.
I think he actually took this fight for the naysayers and all this and all the people talking shit about the fight. I think he actually took the fight because he know that I'm a dog and he want to prove his skills against.
He's explosive, yeah, Roach said during an interview, but he's reckless too. There are gaps in his game. I've studied him, I know what to do now. Confidence is one thing, execution is another, and Davis isn't just known for his power, he's also a highly intelligent fighter. His ability to set traps, adjust mid-fight, and finish opponents when he sees an opening is unmatched in the lightweight division. You just look at his recent fights against Hector Luis Garcia. He systematically broke his opponent down before forcing a stoppage against Ryan Garcia. He delivered one of the most talked about knockouts of the year with a perfectly timed body shot that left Garcia unable to continue.
Looked like he was even in position, Davis, to get a lot of leverage on that left hand. But he got more than enough and landed it at the perfect spot. The perfect spot.
Roach faces a threat not only from Davis's strength, but also from his capacity to dominate the battle from beginning to end. When discussing Roach's prospects, Mayweather made a point of highlighting this. Tank is more than just a fighter. Floyd claimed that he is quick, intelligent, and that once he landed, it's over. The kind of power he possesses cannot be trained for. Lamont needs to give this a lot of thought because, despite Mayweather's cautions, once you're in there with Tank, there's no turning back. Roach is pushing forward. The build-up to the fight has already been intense, with tensions soaring during each exchange between the two combatants.
When they start talking, when the people who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get dumped. I'ma beat his ass.
He can't do shit. Wait, I don't give a fuck.
So y'all better.
The way Davis tends to give away the early rounds in order to analyze his opponent is what Lamont Roach Jr. believes to be Tank's one fatal flaw, and he thinks he has the answer to unlocking Tank's code. When they meet on March 1st at the Bob Barclay Center, Roach is certain that Tank's tendency of methodically analyzing and chewing his time will be his downfall. Speaking confidently, Roach stated that he has no intention of allowing Davis to become comfortable. If he wants to spend the first few rounds trying to figure me out, that's where I'll take my chance to knock him out, Roach said. I'm not going to be very predictable. That's what he's going to do wrong with me.
I say 9th round.
What?
I say 9th round.
You said 9?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at night.
I'm telling him, you saying you going down?
Roach's perspective on Tank Davis isn't without merit. Davis' methodical approach often makes him appear passive in the early rounds, allowing opponents to believe they have the upper hand. He absorbs information and dissects his opponents piece by piece as the fight progresses. This is a pattern that fans have come to expect, and it's one that trainers like Roach think they can exploit. However, Roach may be overlooking a key factor. This mistake is actually a deliberate strategy that Davis has perfected over time. It's not hesitation, it's patience, a carefully constructed trap to make fighters think they have control before delivering a devastating knockout blow. Take Frank Martin, for example. Martin entered the ring with a strong game plan, excellent footwork, and a strategy centered around unpredictability. He tried to keep Davis guessing, using his movement and ring generalship to disrupt Davis' rhythm. For a while, it seemed like Martin might neutralize Davis' power. But then, Tank did what he always does, he adjusted. Finding his openings, Davis unleashed his devastating power, and Martin, despite his movement, couldn't avoid the inevitable. He ended up on the canvas, caught by the very thing he thought he could outsmart. Roach is determined to write a different story, but history has shown that underestimating Tank's calculated approach is often the biggest mistake a fighter can make. Tank's patience isn't a flaw, it's his greatest strength.
So easy when he fought Frank Martin.
Frank Martin was inexperienced and nervous. You know, it is what it is. It's going to be a different fight when I'm in there. He's going to be a different fighter when he's fighting me.
What's your game plan?
Whoop his ass. I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds. But I'm always looking for a knockout, and if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock.
But the Tank has a lot of things. Among the best fruits to come out of Mayweather's garden is this one. Like Floyd, he is a fighter, a showman, and a knockout artist who knows how to sell a fight. Tank initially commended Lamont and described him as tough and with cunning strength. But anyone familiar with the game can see right through it. Tanks isn't just making people believe it, they're creating the appearance of a challenge. After all, no fighter likes to acknowledge that they are into a bout that they are confident they will win.
Was telling me just stay calm. I always like to listen to Floyd when it comes to big stages like this, because he's the only one that been in my shoes and been like in these type of fights. You know what I mean? So I always try to stay close to Floyd when stuff like this happens. You know what I mean? Just
everyone knows how Tank gets it done, and Davis is a finisher. He doesn't just win, he dominates. Instead of dismissing Roach, Tank gives him just enough respect to suggest the fight could be competitive. Though he hasn't watched too many of Roach's fights recently, Tank has been in the gym with him and knows how he moves. Roach is tough and has had sneaky power since we were kids. But let's be real, I don't need to study him, Tank said. I've faced him before, even in the amateurs, and beat him twice. Those early fights gave me all the insight I need. Roach is skilled, but nowhere near my level. Tank isn't going to call it a mismatch outright, but it's clear he believes he has the upper hand.
Sell tickets. He's got, athletes coming out. He's got celebrities coming to his fights, and not only that, he finishes the show with knockouts. He's never in boring fights. What would we always say about Floyd? Yes, he's a big star, and everyone would come out to watch him fight. Yep. But a lot of times after you bought his pay-per-views, people were like, "Oh man, like I did it again. I bought another pay-per-view where and Floyd, yes, but
Bennerview. Tank is too intelligent for that, and it would ruin the hype. By highlighting Roach's strength and toughness, he's laying the groundwork for supporters to think this is a challenge worth taking on. It's a traditional boxing promotion tactic. Build up your opponent so that it will appear even more amazing when you crush them. Yet even Hyacinth applauded Roach, whose confidence was unmasked. He makes it apparent that he is prepared to manage business. Remarked calmly and confidently that only a fighter at the top of his game can have. We're going to figure out what he's best at, and we'll take it away from him.
I promise you, you better lead them home. You better lead the females home. On my mother, you better lead the females home and the kids. On my mother. Now,
it is the voice of a man who has done this time and time again. It is not conceit. Tank is a thinker as well as a strong puncher. He is skilled at dismantling fighters, and he seizes opportunities without hesitation. Then came the words that made the room shiver. Theater was advised not to bring his family. Tank. What I've been saying is that we must get it on. Hype be my folks. One of them can put an end to this. Regardless of who he is with that's what makes the Davis so vicious.
My whole family is from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them. Don't
what?
bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you.
They
don't
gonna
bring 'em.
celebrate with me. Yeah,
Don't bring them.
It's gonna be a party
And
on your
I'm
floor.
gonna let y'all know something. His father was up here
It's
shaking
it's
on the
gonna
what's
be-
the name.
Lamont Roach Jr., the reigning WBA super featherweight champion from Washington, D.C., is making a bold move up in weight to challenge Gervonta Tank Davis. At a recent press conference, Roach exuded confidence, showing he has something to prove. "I've got DC in here," he said, pointing to his hometown supporters. "They know what's up, and they know what's up with me. My team knows my work up close, and we've got a lot for him. Come March 1st, we're going to kick some ass." Roach's belief in himself is clear. With a solid career marked by skill, patience, and technical ability, he's ready for the challenge. But facing Davis presents a whole new level of competition.
Overall, being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm assured.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind?